So unfortunately, Helen Mashunganyika, a mental health nurse who I used to live with, she's one of Zubir's girlfriends from Flat 4 Oak House, Cotton's Approach, Romford. He just got a bright idea from her. This girl, she's the one who went after Charakupa, who was traditionally married to. She advised him to beat me up and see how I'd react. Because she claims she used to be physically abused in her marriage. He's got a big mouth. Honestly, how can you be advising another man's wife? I mean, another woman's husband to abuse her? We're celebrating my birthday for Pete's sake. What's your problem? And just now, she's just called Zubir to tell him to pick me up, throw me over his shoulder, and ambush me in the corridor. This guy actually acts like a sponge. He just took it in. He's like, you know what? That's a good idea. I mean, I thought your blame game was about you offering yourself. She actually just told him to carry me over his shoulder. And he said, you know what? I might just try that and rape her. Excuse me, like, in what world is this okay? A mental health nurse. Because they were sleeping together. I don't know what kind of assessments he's been having in the community. But when mental health professionals come to see you, I don't think, I don't know, I'm not sure what GMC would think about this. The oath is do no harm. So when they train their assistants, I mean, I was registered on the NMC. So when we're trained as the assistants to doctors, in what code? Have they developed a new code? Have they added something different? So Bia also works for the NHS. He's apparently a security guard. There are modules you should be reading. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll park he's not a Muslim, he's a radicalist. There are modules you should be reading. Do no harm. There are modules that you should be reading. Respect, boundaries, safeguarding. You know, it should become part of your fabric. I mean, granted, there's some people who don't take these opportunities that they learn from the NHS into their lives. I mean, I suppose that's why you can easily become infected by things if you don't take your profession seriously in any way, or your education. You can easily be infected, for example, by gonorrhea. And then you live your life trying to infect other people. So Helen just suggested to Zubir, it was a very brief conversation, to carry me over his shoulder because he's a big guy, so that he ambushes me in the corridor, carries me over his shoulder, and he was like, you know what, that's a good idea, I'm gonna rape her. This guy he wants to demean me so much because he can't attain me. No. I just told him, Nyaklanya, man. I said, Ndakabata Mazai, I'll be holding eggs. Am I crazy? I'm not one of those girls he's lowered through those doors in flat 4. I'm not looking at his skin and wondering, oh. I grew up with these people. When I was in Zimbabwe, I grew up with white people. Here in England, I was growing up with Asians and white people and black people, everyone, international. I don't look at people speaking English. Google, please. Google that translation. I'm already past that point. I'm not one of those people who I look at someone's skin, even if you're fairer. I can do my makeup fair. I can look like a ghost. I'm not even, I think maybe that's a problem for people. When you see me like this, you see me so dark, you might think, I don't know, you might think that in my brain, in my skull, there's nothing going on in there. Don't mistake me for one of those. I've been so humble for too long that people try to take advantage. Helen pursued my ex-husband, to tell him to beat me up. I just don't have the money to change my last name yet. So I'm still a Charakupa. But trust me, I am really, really, really open-minded to changing that name. To getting... No, I don't have that. I'll look it up. I don't know what it is. Or if you care to share, you can share. Are you asking me the... Okay, I don't know this conversation if it's part of... You owe him. I owe who? 150. Okay, I don't know what he's talking about. Okay. So, apparently this is something that's... I think has been occurring in this block. When I returned to my flat, people were disclosing that, oh, they were afraid of coming to just discard their bins in this block of flats. Ah, Zubir. Apparently they knew each other with Helen when she was a student nurse. Eventually, as a community nurse, gracias. As a community nurse, eventually, they've been... It needs to money by Monday. Okay. Interesting. Keep the comments coming. As a student nurse, they knew each other. Apparently, she came to assess him. You know, they're friends. They know each other there. She came to assess him. And he... Well, I don't know how it happened. Whether they raped each other or they're actually in together. Because if she's still calling him and she's still cordial, it then kind of questions what's going on. You don't really know. Because she's married with 2 children somewhere else. So I really don't know. Okay. I don't know who needs the 150. If you send it to me, I'll send it to them. I need it too. I sent 300. Carush did a PayPal there. Yes, so I just came online to share. Unfortunately, my storage space on the phone does get short-circuited by the very same. And they actually share that we're hackers. You can't defeat us. Play with your screen like this while you're looking. Even if I have witnesses, I'll play with the screen like that. And of course, I will go around and try and like log in a bit differently. Oh, goodness gracious. Life. Life. So I've already been threatened today. I thought let me just share it in real time. I didn't really want to come on live. I'll be trying to record these videos because there are places where people are actually taking in the evidence. But unfortunately, if they short circuit my stories, there's nothing I can do about it. I have to just record it, download it, and share it where it's supposed to go. This radicalist guy, he really needs to be detained because he doesn't understand boundaries. I think there's only people who are trained to deal with this kind of behavior with force. People who are trained to deal with people who need force to correct themselves. Because clearly, even when I talk, I suggested once, instead of trying to aggravate me, push me over the edge so that I leave or run out of the flat, so that you can break in to bring... Apparently this is to bring back my stuff that they've stolen and possibly done rituals on. I say, no, how about, since you're pretending to be innocent, take my things to the police station, hand them in as lost and found. Do it that way, get a crime reference report. I mean, no. I will not be bullied out of my flat just because on his schedule he now needs to return some things or he now needs to come and pick up something else from my flat. So I risked changing my locks instead of paying for something very, very important this month. Goodness, I do need a miracle. If that money pan wasn't, a joke, it would have been helpful. But oh well. Such is life. Each to their own. Goodness gracious. So I've just been threatened with rape when people are asleep. I'll be rudely awakened. Death threats or proposals to marriage. Ah. Ugh. Oh, there's nothing better about this situation. No, none of it is better. You don't offer marriage to cover up for such criminal activity. No. I would be okay with him just getting arrested. He demanded that I come back to the flat so that he gives himself up. I eventually came back. It was not voluntary. I never cooperated with Zubir. No, it doesn't work out. Even when you do, even through intimidation, if you ever slightly cooperate with a radicalist, this guy's a terrorist. There's nothing funny about this situation. I do laugh at his efforts sometimes. His flatmates laugh at his efforts sometimes. It's terrible. Absolutely unacceptable.